everyone, welcome to the Crafty Maven Getaway. Today is Free Flow Wednesday. I am Desiree Scrapbooknook here on YouTube, and today my inspiration is going to be Shimelle Lane. For those of you who don't know Shimelle Lane, she was a garden girl with an online store called Two Peas in a Bucket, which was also a huge scrapbooking forum. Her style is really well known because she uses a lot of pattern paper. She rarely ever uses white cardstock. I think I've only seen her do it once. She doesn't post as much as she used to, but she was definitely the queen of layering and the queen of clusters. So I'm going to take a little bit of her style and make it into my own, but she is definitely my inspiration. So let's get started. What I used was white cardstock, white modeling paste. And if you're on a budget like me, this stuff is awesome because you can take any products, if you have ink or gelatos or even watercoloring paint, to create any color that you would like. So what I did was I used Mr. Huey's Navy, and it looks scary right now. I'm not going to kid you. I think I put way too much ink, but it did create the navy blue that I needed. And so I grabbed a Tim Holtz stencil, and I'm just going to test this on a white cardstock to see how it likes. I like the look of it, and so I'm going to go with it. So next I grab That's My Boy collection by Echo Park, and that was designed by Lori Whitlock. And I'm going to place that into 3 areas. Now, as I start to do this, it wasn't till this last one, this next one that I do, I'm thinking to myself, ooh, the blue is really overbearing on this pattern paper. It looks good on the white cardstock, but this is a lot. And so here I am trying to make it perfect. Don't ask me why, because it's going to get covered up, right? So here I'm thinking I'm doing everything good, and lo and behold, hello. Yeah, big whoopsie. And that's okay though. Here I think my magic white eraser thumb is going to like take it off or something. But it doesn't, because hello, it's still there. So I realize I have to cover it up. So I grab some strips, and I'm going to layer those. And I'm going to grab another one here in a second, and it's just going to be a different size. Oh no, I'm going to show you that I'm inking the edges. I did that off camera all beforehand with some navy ink. This is just from Close to My Heart that I had in my stash, but you can use any ink color. So I layer those 2 pieces together, and then I grabbed a My Mind's Eye, I think it was from a collectible collection banner. It's pretty old. I only had, most of the product that I'm going to use today is from that Echo Park That's My Boy collection. And so I had a really hard time trying to find anything to incorporate on here to add other embellishments and cluster, because pretty much all I had was what they gave in the kit, which was just papers and stickers. So like I said earlier, I definitely wanted to cover up that modeling paste that I worked so hard on. And so what I decided to do was cut huge strips of the pattern paper. Now, obviously, because they're all from the same collection, the papers flowed really nicely together. So I didn't have to think too hard on that. And then I decided to just pencil where the papers end, and I don't know why, because I never end up lining it right anyways, but I do. Oh, my ATG gun. I don't know, you know, a lot of you have mentioned how you had problems with your ATG gun, and I remember hearing that and going, God, I haven't had any problems. Well, it isn't until lately, and I realized it's because I'm using a different type of adhesive by the Scotch company, and the one that I'm using is like a lighter pink, and when you open up the tape, it's gold and black plaid, and I'm noticing I'm having nothing but problems with that type of tape, adhesive tape. So I'm going to go back to the regular black and red plaid tape. Let me know if you're noticing that too, if that's what the problem was. But as you can see, it's just all gooey and just sticks to everything, and it's just a big mess. Ugh, drives me nuts. Okay, after I finally fussy with this ATG gun, I'm lucky I didn't throw it against the wall. But yeah, I'm going to adhere everything down. And then what am I going to do? I'm just going to line up the papers. Now, everything is going to look like it flowed really nicely. you guys, you're not going to see me fussing with the papers. I didn't have much to go on anyways with this video, and I didn't want to cut it any shorter than I had to. So basically I cut out all the parts where I was fussing around with it forever, and then just left it where I'm now putting it all onto the layout for you to see. So it definitely took, oh, I can't even talk. It took some time to layer those papers just so. Now that piece of paper you see me putting down, that's going to finally hide the last bit of evidence of paste. I was going to use that on an older layout, or not an older layout, but a layout a while ago. And basically I used my X-Acto knife to cut around the arrow and that ticket and the banner, those two banners, so that way I could take a photo. And I really like how it turned out on this layout. And then there is my photo. And sorry it's not perfectly straight, but it will be straight in the end. And then here is another die cut from my mind's eye. I think it's also from that collection called Collectibles. Basically, if you look to the left, you will see what looks like almost like a sun. That's what went around that circle. And I didn't like the look of it, so I cut it around. So I cut it off, and then that way it was just a plain circle, and then I inked the edges as well. I wanted to add a little bit more dimension, so I'm going to use some different type of foam adhesive. And I first thought I'd use this one, but it was too much. It just had too much dimension, and I didn't like the look of that. So I ended up going with my trusty old, I think it's by Scotch, the foam that you get like that huge roll on Amazon, and that's what I decided. I always find that that is like the perfect dimension for my pages. Yeah, so here I am showing you. I'm like, see how it went around this? And I just cut it around. I have been sick lately, so when I was trying to do this voiceover, I'm not kidding you, 10 times, and every time I would get to the end, I would have a huge coughing fit. But I'm feeling a lot better today. I work with little kids, so I'm constantly getting the colds. Okay, so there I'm going to add just a little cluster right there. And then this is just a leftover, in fact it's not even a whole piece of a journaling card, because I think I used, on the other side it was like a pattern paper, and so that was all that I had left, but it ended up working perfect in that little corner right there by the photo. And this photo, if you're interested, is just a picture of my boy just wearing one of my favorite shirts when he was little, and that day I knew I wanted to remember him wearing this shirt. And I'm glad I did, because I miss those days when they were babies. You know, he's 9 now, and I mean, he's still my baby. I always still call him, and thank goodness he's still, well, I don't always call my baby, but I call him still my Bubba, which is going to be the title. Anyway, so you saw me do some more ink splatters, and that's honestly what I should have done originally, was just use the ink splatters, because that is perfect. It's not overbearing or anything. It's the perfect amount. Excuse me. So next I just took the sticker sheet, because I definitely wanted to use more of those stickers so I can get them used up, and I just added a little ticket and then those stars, and then I added a green one, and that's why I'm pointing that green ticket. I took one of the green stars and put it up at the top on the banner, and I'm sorry that I'm out of focus, or not out of focus, out of frame. And then I'm going to look for something else that has green in it. And then I come across this October afternoon that I pulled specifically for the navy, but it has that matching pea green. And so I found a phrase stickers that said truly happy, because, I mean, look at that picture. He was truly happy. And I'm going to add my title. Now, we're going to get cut off here, but my title, like I said, is going to be My Bubba, and it's just using those foam thickers. I think they're called Twilight by American Craft. And then I'm going to also use some tile stickers from that sticker sheet. And that's it, guys. That is pretty much done. I'm going to add my journaling, and I'm going to call it good. Even though it's nearing the end, I still have more. I will have a couple of still shots for you and some close-ups for you to look at. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, I do want to thank you for joining me today on the Crafty Maven Getaway. I hope that I inspired you, and if you like this video, please subscribe to the Crafty Maven channel, give it a thumbs up. Also, you can check out my own channel for more videos and inspiration using the link below, and I hope to find you over there. And anyways, talk to you soon, and you all have a wonderful weekend. Bye.